Yeah, good morning, guys. Yeah, this is a story about a lady that has been living with her husband for some years. They have about two kids. They have been living peacefully. So, as the marriage goes, she started hearing some kind of speculations that her husband has been cheating on her, which she made some inquiries and discovered that it was actually true. She confronted her husband, had some issues with her husband concerning the cheating thing. Men being what we are, the husband continued cheating to a point that she could not tolerate anymore. Then she filed for divorce, believing if she gets her divorce, she will get some reasonable percentage of the husband's property. Well, to her greatest surprise, well, she got the divorce, but she could not get any of the property. Her target was the husband's house, only for her to discover that the husband bought the house with his mother's name. Now, at the end, she was left with nothing. She's left with nothing, suffering, stranded. Now, those are friends that we are telling her that her husband are cheating. Where are they? They were nowhere to be found. Now she's now the one that is suffering. See, in this life, any mistake you made based on advices you got from people, those people that gave you that advice that led to you making that decision, that ended up negatively on you, they will be nowhere to be found. They are the ones who tricked your intelligence and made you make a decision about divorcing your own husband. And at the end, nobody is holding brief about a man cheating on the wife. But there's something you need to understand. Naturally, we men, we cheat. There's nothing you can do about it. And provided you are living as an African woman, you have to understand that men cheat. Because this idea of filing divorce on your husband because he's cheating, this is something that our ladies learned from the European women. Now, let me tell us something. The Europeans brought a lot of things to Africa, a lot of things that is very important in our lives. But let me tell you something. It's not everything that European brought that we have to use. Most especially their mentality and their way of life. We are Africans. We live based on our traditions. Naturally, every woman should be prepared seeing her husband picking a second wife based on the life of our ancestors. But the 21st century, the 20th century, the 19th century women have learned a lot from the European women, whereby when she suspects that her husband is cheating, she fights for divorce immediately. Here in Africa, it's not our life. It's not our life. One, the underdevelopment in Africa is very high. Unemployment is very high. Poverty is very high. Now, if you divorce your husband that has been catering for you, that has been looking after you since he got married to you, that have been taking care of you, where are you heading? You're heading nowhere. Now, she don't have anything, no job, nothing. The property she was targeting, she didn't get it. Now, where are those friends of hers that we are advising her to divorce her husband? Where are they? They are nowhere to be found. And women continue to make this mistake, but they will never learn. You see, when you allow your flesh to control your brain, you keep making mistakes that will keep backfiring so hard on you that you could not bear. Where are those friends? They are nowhere to be found. No matter how angry you are, no matter how act up you are, no matter how livid you are, just try your best to make use of your brain. Try your best to make use of your brain. Because the devil you know is better than the angel you don't know. Now, when you think that when you break up with your husband, you get a new husband, you think it's that easy, no matter how beautiful you think you are. Men will find it difficult to settle with a divorcee. One, men will find it difficult to settle with a woman who has already given birth. A lot of men will find it difficult. I'm included. A lot of men will find it difficult to settle with men, to settle with women that are divorcees. So these are the things you need to put into consideration before you make that decision. Because at the end, you will be the one to feel the pain. Those men, those your advisors, they are nowhere to be found. They will not even accommodate you in their own home. That is something you need to understand. They will never accommodate you in their own home. So we have taken the things that is important for us from the Europeans. Their way of life concerning their marriage. We Africans, our own marriage is far better than theirs. Take it or leave it, that's facts. Our own marriage is better than the Western world way of getting married. Because Once a man cheats, her wife ends the marriage. There's a picture I saw one day, a wealthy man begging the wife in the courts not to divorce him. A very wealthy man. This happened in the United States. Begging the wife, pleading with tears in his eyes. I can't really figure out where I saw that picture. It is not our life. Here in Africa, it's not our life. Even if you see your husband with another woman, try and tolerate for your own good. You understand? Because the poverty and the penury and the unemployment suffering in this continent is beyond zenith. It's beyond whatever you can think about. So you making decisions that is going to backfire. It is better you stay with your husband and keep tolerating your husband and keep managing your husband. Let me use the word manage. And keep managing your husband for your own good. It is easy for a man with kids to get a new wife, but it's actually not easy for a woman with kids to get a husband. How many men settle with single mothers? That is the question you need to ask yourself. Now, when those people are pumping you with negative advice, some of them are even envying the peaceful nature of your marriage. That is why they are giving you such advice. But you know, you will talk and talk and talk. Women will not listen. But at the end, when they must have made that mistake, that decision that is affecting them negatively, they will want you to come and show them pity. It doesn't work like that. Once you make a mistake, you've made the mistake. There are too many mistakes we have made in life that we wish we can turn the clock backwards, but we cannot. Some money-making mistakes that we've made. So that's one of the reasons why, before you take decisions, don't allow your flesh, your emotions to control your brain. Not at all. This is one of the problems that we have. The Europeans are highly emotional. They cannot tolerate seeing their boyfriend with another girl. If you end that relationship, the new guy will still cheat because it's in our nature to cheat. Take it or leave it, that's our nature. And it's high time you begin to accept that. So she lived on with pain and penury and wishing she would never divorce her husband. And as time goes, the husband got married to another woman, despite they already have 2 children. You see, that is what you get when you make a decision without thinking.